What is happening, guys? NoZoupForYou here, and I have something you all have been waiting for a very long time. No, I cannot play it, but I can at least show it to you. Today, I am fortunate to present to you the USS Alaska, which will be a Tier 9 heavy cruiser. CB1 is making its way into the game, and it is now in my port. USS Alaska was the lead cruiser in a two-ship class, which included her and the Guam. She came out at the very tail end of the war. She was commissioned on 17th June 1944. She made her way to the Pacific, where she conducted screening operations. Really, she acted as a very large anti-aircraft platform. In that capacity, she shot down a lot of Japanese airplanes, and she managed to accidentally shoot down a US Hellcat that she had misidentified. But enough of the 3 Battlestar exploits of the USS Alaska in World War II. You want to know about her in-game and how she might handle. So we're going to take a look at her stats right now, because that's really all I can do. I'm showing her to you naked because I don't have any better camouflage to put on her. Well, I've got a little bit of camouflage right here, but honestly, I think it all looks rather ugly on her, so I'm just going to leave her naked and gray. I'll start by showing her with the stats with no commander on her, so you get the base stats, and we'll go from there. So first and foremost, survivability. USS Alaska has 60,800 hit points. Its armor ranges from 16 to 330 millimeters. For a cruiser, that's a lot of hit points. However, it's not quite as much as some of your high-tier Russian cruisers, especially the premium ones, but still, that's a lot of armor right there. Artillery, you've got your 9 305mm guns. Those have a firing range of 19 kilometers. Shell velocity on the AP seems to be a little slow at 762 meters per second. HE velocity is 808 meters per second. Reload time on these is 20 seconds. It's not surprising given the size of these guns, so I'm sure that can be decreased with commander skills and whatnot, but that is the starting reload right there, 20 seconds. Anti-aircraft defense. You start with a value of 68 out of 100. You can see that this ship has a lot of AA on it. Maneuverability on the Alaska. Top speed is 33 knots, so she's not blazing fast, but she's also not anemically slow. She has a turning circle radius of 850 meters, which is fairly wide, and a rudder shift time of 13.8 seconds, which is fairly slow. So this ship is not meant to be a fast and nimble cruiser. This is very much a large and heavy cruiser. Almost a battleship, which created a lot of guessing as to what tier it would come out as, but obviously it's been confirmed that this is going to be Tier 8. Concealment on the Alaska. Your base detectability on the Alaska is 16.2 kilometers. Again, concealment is not the best right there, but that is not surprising given the size of this ship and the fact that it is a very, very heavy cruiser, almost similar to that of a battleship. If you look at this ship, it almost looks like something like the Scharnhorst in size. It is a large ship, larger than your Baltimore, larger than your Des Moines, very much a very heavy cruiser. It's a great looking ship though, indeed. Let's take a look at modules real quick on this ship. In your one slot, you have your general modifications. I'm just going to go ahead and pick one. It really doesn't matter. Slot 2, again, you have your general damage control, propulsion mod, steering gears. For this ship, I would likely go with damage control system mod 1. In your 3 slot, this is where things start to change a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and take AA Guns mod 2 because I want to boost that AA and see what we can get it up to, because I suspect this is going to be a fairly decent AA ship. In your 4 slot, damage control, propulsion, and steering gears. Right now, I really don't know what I would pick. I just don't. This ship is lethargic. Maybe I take steering gears to help that out a little bit. Maybe I take damage control. I just don't know right now. It's a heavy cruiser. I'm sure that you're not going to be darting around on the map. You're probably going to be trying to bow tank or something similar like the Des Moines does. So maybe we go with damage control mod 2. It it really doesn't matter at this point. I'm just going to throw it on there for the sake of it. In the 4 slot, I'm going to go ahead and add Concealment System Mod 1. See if we can get that concealment down just a little lower. And in the last slot, while there is AA Guns Mod 3, which boosts your AA defense up to 87, there is also Main Battery Mod 3. And that's probably what I'm going to take on this ship, just to get that loading time down even more. And you can see when you take Main Battery Mod 3, the overall loading time on the artillery decreases to 17.6 seconds. So shaving almost 3 seconds off of that is not a bad thing whatsoever. Let's go ahead and slap some camo on this thing right now, just so we can see what the values turn to in concealment. So with your concealment on there, and with this, your detectability goes down to 14.1 kilometers. We're going to add a 10-point captain on here just to see if we can get that down even more, which I know we can. Let me first see if I have a better captain on here, one with just a little more points. Let's see what we got here. All right, we've got some 15-point captains, so a little better than 10 points right there. We're just going to throw one of these guys on here. All right, let's start getting this guy squared away. So we'll go ahead and add priority target on here, just because that's what we always do. Down here, we'll add expert marksman, speed up the turn of the guns. Now here, I'm not going to take what I might normally take. I'm just going to pick some things that I think might help this ship out a little more and give you a better idea of its capabilities. So we're going to add BFT to this. We have 9 points left, so I'm going to go ahead and add AFT. And I'm going to add that concealment that I wanted to show you so we can get the concealment down even better. So adding those two things right there, we're able to boost our AA defense up to 96. Not the 100 that I would have liked to have seen or was hoping I would see. Though, if you add signals on there, you might boost it even more. We'll try doing that here in a second. Concealment, you're able to get this ship down to 12.4 kilometers, so your concealment is roughly that of a Tier 9 battleship. So this is trying to tell you that this ship is very much a battleship. Let's go ahead and take a look at those flags right now real quick. Alright, so there with the November Echo Settle 7s, we can get our AA defense up to 98. We're going to add the Sierra mics here for speed boost. And with that, you can get your speed up to 34.6 knots, which is actually decent right there. That's not bad at all. And with that speed, it'll help you power through turns just a little better. Let's go ahead and take a look at the consumables. Right now, you've obviously got heal. So we're going to slap that on there. You have your choice here between catapult fighter, spotting aircraft, and surveillance radar. I would say that radar is the obvious choice right there. Detection is 9.45 kilometers. So very much that Des Moines radar right there. Not bad at all. Action time of 35 seconds. Reload time of 2 minutes. So you can pump that out every 2 minutes. Slap that bad boy on there. You have your choice between hydro and defensive fire. Which one you'd take, I don't know. With the lack of aircraft carriers in the game, I don't know, maybe you want that hydro. Really, this is your flavor, what you like the most. So we'll just slap that on there, and of course, here's damage party control too. Just to show you, here's her armor layout right here. You can see the citadels have pretty decent protection. Obviously not battleship protection right there, but on the gun citadels, you do have that maximum 330 millimeter thickness of the armor, so she's decently protected on her sides. You can see the front of her as well. She's got pretty decent protection on her guns and her conning tower. So her guns have 325 millimeters of thickness on the front. On the side, a little less right there, but in the important parts, 330 millimeters of thickness. And then again, that citadel, her belt armor, 229 millimeters, not quite as much as her guns have, but that's to be expected for a heavy cruiser. She is obviously not a battleship. And with that being said, there is CB1, your USS Alaska, coming soon, TM. We don't know when, but this has been a look at her, and I am really excited to be able to play her at some point. I know you all are excited to see her. Be sure to sub for more of these in the future. Hope you all have a wonderful August, and I will catch you all later. Zoop out.